Hey, what's going on guys, my name is Labb and welcome back to another video on the channel. So today we're speaking about the one, the only, what's been going on in all recent media surrounding the fandom, FashCon, aka the free-for-all event that happened down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So it happened around a week ago and it was ran by a woman who looks like a government planned at any festival, but as suspected around 110 people actually showed up to the fucking thing. Why? Because it's by far one of the most worst ideas to grace this area. And thinking about it, a convention where most intolerable individuals, almost like putting COVID positive people in a ward full of immunocompromised people, is genuinely that bad of an idea. I saw a tweet basically saying that it's a necessary evil, and I'm a bit on the fence when I think about it, because while removing the problem and putting them in their own little cage does help us, but it also gives them a platform to spread their hatred. But let's talk about it. See, if these stupid aegis would just conform to human norms and not have, you know, intercourse with cats, or maybe make terroristic threats over abortion laws. I know the premise is good, but Jesus Christ, domestic terrorism is not the way to go about it, Canny. But also as well, that happened a few weeks ago. If you didn't know, Canny Lupine, the libertarian slenderous scumbag I spoke about a few months ago, he's also made an unofficial chat which housed people like Polybun and many other awful delinquents. So let's take a trip through the thread document of this entire convention. So to start us off, the furry raiders were announced to actually be staff on the convention, which is vile, allowing an individual like Foxler, who sexually assaulted someone and then intimidated witnesses into silence while the court case was happening, is definitely not something you want to be associated with, but lawnmower bangs thought it was okay. Now, as mentioned, around 80 to 100 people actually showed up, which by the way is lower than DashCon numbers, so that means DashCon was technically better and did better financially. But DashCon didn't just win in numbers but in size, a femboy's dream. Numbers and size, but they had a small ball pit, which is nowhere near the size of DashCon ball pit, which I find personally disgraceful. If anything, DashCon ball pit should be the size standard, and every single convention on this earth should strive to have bigger ball pits. Along with that, the Fursuit Parade lineup was just basically anyone who I've made a video on was in that line. Orion Starwing, fucking Genesius Wolf, Jason Aphex and Child. Crusader Cat looking like a lost child, but bro was actually just searching for any stray cats. The lineup was there for the Confederate insurgency. Also, didn't Genesius Wolf leave the fandom multiple times for attention? But more on that. My good friend Misha made a video and spoke in depth about how the charity behind it had their USDA license removed for immoral practices surrounding said animals and generally being a horrid charity. But speaking of Mr. Barkin, Magnus Doridian, the Confederate furry, held up a sign saying, "Misha Barkin, thank you," while simultaneously destroying the ball pit. So, what else do these people come to furry conventions for? The raves, of course. And free-for-all had it all. Move over, Antracon. Get out of here, MFF. Yeah, Denver? I don't think so. Fuck off. Cause we got
Four big guys, and they bust on my eyes. They eat my ass just like apple pie. If they keep fucking me like this, I might just die. They pie my booty till I cry. He licked my dick and the cum start dripping.
This footage was all captured by Slaughter Pony, one of the best and most easiest footage repositories for this entire convention.
Not be a hero. There's a cancel mob out there that wants every single one of you alive, just for being here. And here you are, associating with fandom undesirables, patriotism, comedy. I have everything I need to have you cancelled indefinitely.
I genuinely believe that the ceasefire news about Israel's strikes on Gaza is more interesting than what this fucking person's saying. What the actual fuck? Bro looks like radicalized Beta at the lower. Now I want to change topic to question that I'm pondering. Is free-for-all good or bad? Hypothetically speaking, it is a good thing, giving a very grimy and weird space to the freaks of the fandom to congregate and, I don't know, play poker or something, since there was literally nothing to do at free-for-all anyway. The only negative side I see is allowing the depraved side of the fandom a place, giving them a safe space to be depraved and disgusting. This entire con was founded out of an attention basis. That's what a lot of furries suffer with, is attention-seeking syndrome, as I call it, or ass. They weren't popular kids in high school, so they used the fandom to gain friends and attention. A key point and key figurehead of this is Diesel Raccoon, once a popular viner who, in the furry vine days, turned political commentator. After this, in the fall of his minor fame, he became a husk of a human being, basically using the convention security for his fix of daily attention by legitimately booking a room in the exact same hotel as MFF, then not attending the con because he's fucking banned. But he's there, so technically he's beating them and security content have to be on watch. Then he's making big shit fit and blocks half the site. Like, Diesel's block list is so big even the Saudi Arabian adverts are getting tired of his ramblings.
Fair enough. See you around.
But Diesel may not be the perfect furry for NFF, but in a space with other depraved furs, he can thrive in this little echo chamber and gain the attention that he deserves. Other cases include Polybun, a mass shooter, Canny Lupine, bombing threats, and half the unofficial chat filled with transphobes. In theory, this removes the disgusting side of the fandom and splits it into a separate vile con. The major negative opinion is that if we allow this to happen, we're giving the furry raiders, Nazis, and the extreme right, individuals like Polybun, who shot up a BLM rally by the way, it gives them a platform to congregate, network, and negotiate. So by removing them from the normal convention and giving them their own space, we'll most likely see a drastic rise in alt-right and general right-wing politics in the fandom, as we allow them to spread the disgusting mannerisms, and especially with social media, because right-wing tendencies tend to prey on mentally vulnerable young people, specifically teenagers, before pulling them into the alt-right leaning pipeline, and they end up like Polybun.
Damn it! Why can't you remember? Reznov's dead, Mason. Do you hear me? He's dead!
As I've said before, unfortunately this may be a necessary evil with free-for-all. This thing has to have her convention, because without it, the pedophiles, rapists, meth addicts, and many other disgusting human beings will continue to harass and attempt to invade our conventions, and have themselves be included despite them being wretched human beings. The main reason I'll never attend an American con, at least in the current climate, is I am genuinely paranoid that one of these right-wing raiders will have a shit day or be banned from Antrocon and just go off the rails and attack the convention. That is a very prominent fear, given the disgusting nature of the individuals like Tech Coyote, Polybun, and Canny Lupine, three extreme examples of recent date. So by this A4 bangs looking bitch running a fascist convention to keep the disgusting people away from us, and while it seems bad now, I can guarantee this won't be a permanent con. I doubt Peacewolf has the fund to run this consistently. Even then, the attention it got originally, it will slowly fade into obscurity as we see that, that's happening again, and no one decides to talk about it. We can now call this the time in information warfare, where all information we put out can be seen as an attack on the Anthro fandom, which is a breakaway fandom, kind of like the Donbass in Ukraine, which gives the raiders and that shitebag Peacewolf a victim cause. Because unknown individuals will see us constantly attacking these individuals, it is up to us now to show them the right information to keep them on our side. In short terms, I get to roleplay Bashar al-Assad. Oh my god, Misha B. Barkin could be Joe Biden.
God bless you all.
Joe, snap out of it.
But in conclusion of this video, what we make from this is that yes, it's extremely fun, the most fun I've ever had in a long time, making fun of these people for how they look, and in general these people, just making fun of them. But on a serious note, the depraved manner in which these people handle themselves is disgusting, and I genuinely hope Peacewolf doesn't have the funds to continue it.